students, this is Mohammad Shahid Ansari from the Maharashtra College of Arts, Science and Commerce. Welcome to the second session of Android programming. In this session, the topics to be covered are: first is your features of Android, second the introduction of Gradle, third is your introduction of Android Studio. In this we will see the basic structure of Android Studio, the IDE that is used for Android, integrated development environment where we can develop our application, and the last one is your various tabs or windows in Android Studio IDE. Now the first topic is your various features of Android. Remember students, there are n number of features that are available in Android, but in this topic we are only discuss the very important features of the Android. The first feature that is very important in Android is your connectivity. As we all know, the Android provides the multiple connectivity technologies including GSM, IDEN, CDMA, EVDO, UMTS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFS, NFC and WiMAX. What are these? These are the connectivity tools that is provided by the Android so that we can connect with the multiple technologies, multiple devices, multiple options for connectivity are there in the Android. Second feature is your storage. Storage is required to store something or some data. SQLite is the basic lightweight relational database that is given by the Android to store the data. It is mainly used for storage purpose. Media support. Android supports the various types of audio, video, still media formats like H.263, 264, MPEG, JPEG, MP3, JPG, PNG, GIF, BMP. All this extension is supported in Android Studio. Now, next feature is your web browser. As we can use the web browser in laptops or computer system, it is also possible to use the web browser in the Android Studio. The web browser is used for searching the content or data on the internet. The web browser available in Android is based on open source Blink, previously WebKit layout engine, coupled with the Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine supporting HTML5 and CSS3. Whatever the features web browser supported in the computer system, all the features are available in the web browser of Android. It can execute the page with the HTML5 and CSS3 codes. Messaging. In Android, SMS and MMS are available forms of messaging. It includes the threaded text messaging and Android Cloud to device messaging. This feature allows the Android to send the textual as well as multimedia messages to the sender, between the sender and the receiver. Multitasking. As we all know, in Android it is also possible to run multiple tasks at the same time. This will allow the user for executing the task very fast. Using this feature, the user can jump from one task to another task, and at the same time various applications run simultaneously. So this is one of the very important feature that is also available in the computer system. Next is your resizable wedges. Now in Android, the controls and the components are called as wedges. Wedges are basically used for designing the graphical user interface all the wedges are resizable. It means that if you want to increase the size of the wedges, then it is possible, or you can shrink the size of the wedges so that we can save the space of the graphical user interface. Multiple touch. Android has native support for native means old. There are old API that are available in Android that supports the multi-touch feature of the Android, which was initially made available in the handsets such as HTC Hero. Wi-Fi, a technology that lets apps that discover and pair directly over a high bandwidth peer-to-peer connection. Wi-Fi connection is also Wi-Fi facility is also available in Android mobiles. With the help of this, we can connect with the high-speed network. Then screen capture. Android supports the capturing a screenshot by pressing the power and the home button. At the same time, this feature supports after Android 4.0. We can press the power and the home button simultaneously so that the current working screen will be captured and saved in your mobile. Multi-language. Android supports multiple language for developing the applications. Now we will use the Java language as a programming. Moving to the next topic of this session is your introduction to Gradle. Student, remember that Gradle is one of the very important component in the Android Studio. In Android Studio, Gradle is used for building our Android application project, hence playing the role of build system. Therefore, Gradles are also called as build system. Why? Because all the Android applications are executed using the Gradle component. If Gradle is not available in your system, you are not supposed to design any application in Android Studio. Gradle play a very important role. Gradle is a build system which is responsible for code compilation, testing and deployment and the conversion of the code into .dex file and hence running the application on the device. These are the tasks that is done by the Gradle. First, Gradle compiles the code. It will check the syntax and semantics of the code. If it is according to the syntax and semantic, then it will compile the code and test the code. It will check whether there is any runtime error in the code or not. Now, if there is no error, then deployment process will be done. In this process, the application will be deployed on the memory. And Gradle is also responsible for converting our application into .dex file. The DX file is the file which is run by the Android Studio. Therefore, Gradle is called as build system. It is responsible for building the application. And Android Studio comes with the Gradle system pre-install. When you install the Android Studio, the Gradle is already installed. There is no need to install the Gradle or to install additional runtime software to build our project. By default, the Gradle system is available for executing the application. Now, whenever you click on Run button in Android Studio, at the top of the Android Studio, there is a Run button. When you click on the Run button, the Gradle task automatically started, and it will check the syntax and semantics of the code, test the code, deploy the code, and then after Gradle completes its task, it handovers the application to the AVD, Android Virtual Device, and AVD will execute or display the output. There are two build.gradle files for Android Studio project, of which one is for application level and another is for module level. there is a two files, build.gradle. First is your project level and second is your application level. In the project level, it will compile the entire project, plus it will execute the entire project, test the entire project, deploy the entire project. Therefore, it is mainly designed for entire project. Or in Android, it is also possible you can test your application. You can test your application. Application level build.gradle file is located in each module of the Android project. Every module has the build.gradle file. This file includes your package name as the application ID, version name, APK version code, minimum and target SDK for the specific application module. These are the two Gradle files. One is your for project level and one is your for application level. Now, next is your Android Studio project uses the Gradle build system to compile and deploy your apps. Mainly remember student, Gradle is mainly designed for compilation and deployment of your Android application. It is responsible for providing the runtime system. Therefore, it is also called as build system. It will build your application and then that application is given to the AVD for execution. Now, this is the basic structure of Gradle. Gradle will provide the basic structure which looks like this. In this, the topmost root directory is your My First App. It is the name of the app that you have to create. Within My First App, there is the app folder. Within that, build, generated, source, debug, com.hfad.myfirstapp and within that r.java. So these are the hierarchical structure provided by the Gradle. In the app, there is a folder called as src. The src folder contains the source code for to write and edit. All the source code, whether it is design or XML, the src folder contain it. Within src, there is a folder called as main. Within main, there is a Java. The Java folder contains only Java code you write. Any activity you created live here. This folder is responsible for containing the Java code. Within main, there is one more folder called as res. Within res, resource folder, layout. Within layout, activity underscore main.xml. This code defines the layout or the design of your Android application. A layout tells Android how your application should look like. Now, activity underscore main.xml, main is designed for GUI, and the .java file is used for coding, for generating the events. Now, this is the basic structure that is provided by the Gradle. You all remember this structure. This is the path or the URL. All the files you can access using this URL or path. Now, moving to the next topic, that is your introduction of Android Studio. For developing, for executing any mobile application based on Android, we require Android Studio. Android Studio is an IDE provided by the Google for development of any Android application. Android Studio is an IDE for Google Android development, launched on 16 May 2003 during Google's I/O 2013 event. This is the year this is the year of launching the Android Studio. Android Studio contains all the Android tools to design, test, debug and profile your application. There is no other components required, no other software is required, only one software you have to require, which contains the tools for designing, testing, debugging, profiling. All the things are done in the Android Studio. The Android Studio uses a Gradle to manage, as we discussed in the previous topic. Gradle is the build system. Android uses that Gradle to manage your project, a build automation tool. For developing your first app, you need to download the Android Studio and install the Android Studio. That is done in the session 1. Session 1 video, you can see the session 1 video for how to download and install the Android Studio on Windows. Android Studio can develop and test your application on either real device or emulator. Android also provide emulators so that we can virtually run the Android application. Now, what are the steps? Step 1, open your Android Studio. After installing, downloading and installing, you have to open your Android Studio. Open your Android Studio after installing, and this screen will be appear on the screen. This is the first screen that is open when you click on the Android Studio. Now in this we have to step 2, click on start a new Android project and choose the activity we want the project to be. For me I am selecting an empty activity. The next step is you have to select the activity. Activity is a program that will create and executes the events. So now we are selecting the empty activity because we want to create our own activity and we want to generate our own events. After selecting the empty activity, just click on next. In the step 3, configure your project by changing the project names. In this window you have to enter the project name. So now first we have to enter Hello World. This is my first application, that's why this is my first application, therefore I am giving a name as Hello World. Now package name, second give the package name and the location where you want to store this project. First you have to provide the name, second package name, third location, and fourth you have to select the language. In this there are 2 languages available, either you can select Java or Kotlin, but since we are writing the code in Java, therefore we will select the Java as a language. Then keep the other settings by default. Do not change the below whatever the setting is given here, do not change this and click on next. In the next step, that is your step number 4, wait until your Gradle build system finishes. The Gradle system will execute, it will start the execution, it will show the some progress of the Gradle execution. So we have to wait. Once the Gradle system installed properly, the screen will look like this. This is the structure, the first page after creating the application. So here we can design. This is our Gradle system. In this we have a various windows, various tabs, various options are available. This is the design window. We can design our Android application using this window. By default there is one text view available. By default it is available. On that text field, the text of the text field is your hello. Hello world is written on the text field. It is by default available. We are not till now we are not writing any code. By default it will display hello world. Now next, step 6, at last you have to run your application by clicking on the run button at the top right corner of the your emulator. Now next topic, the user interface. Android Studio, when you open the Android Studio and create an activity, the structure of the Android Studio and the various windows of the Android Studio is showing in this diagram. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 options are there. There are total 6 windows or 6 options that are very important in Android. Now what are these options? Just see. First, toolbar. Second, navigation bar. Third, editor window. Fourth, tool window bar. Fifth, tool windows. And sixth, status bar. All this window has its own purpose. Toolbar lets you carry out a wide range of action, including running your application, launching Android tools. These are the options that is available in toolbar. Navigation bar helps you to navigate through your project and open the files for editing. There is a navigation bar where you can navigate to the proper file and open your file in the project. It provides a more compact view of the structure visible in the project window. The editor window is where you can create and modify the code. The tool window bar runs around the outside of the IDE window and contains the button that allow you to expand or collapse the individual tool window. The tool windows give you access to the specific tasks like project management, search, version and all these things. The status bar display the status of your project and the IDE itself, as well as any warning or message. If you want to see if there is any warning or any message of your application, then you have to see on status bar. These are the tabs or windows that are available after creating your activity. Various windows in Android Studio are: first is your code editor. Code editor, the file is activity_main.xml. Most file gets displayed in the code editor. The code editor is just like a text editor, but with the extra features such as color coding and code checking. This is the window or editor that is used for designing our Android application. Android application, the designing or the graphical user interface code is available in this window, activity_main.xml. It is this window shows the code of design. Next, if you are editing a layout, you can have an extra option rather than edit the XML. There is one more option available in Android Studio. Instead of using the .xml file, you can use the design editor. There is a design editor available in Android Studio that allow you to drag the graphical user interface components on your layout, or you can change the layout, or you can arrange them how that you want. The code editor and the design editor give the different views of the same file. Both are the file extension or the file name for the both, whether it is design editor or code editor, both are same. Now like this is your code editor but in the design form. Thank you so much. I hope you understand this session. Thank you.